We've got project 1 here. Hopefully you got a chance to take a look at last semester's lecture for chapters 1 and 2 about PHP. So we're going to try and practice some of those things here with project number 1. So I've got the Classroom GitHub link for you. This will create a new repository. Again, just put your project in that repository, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure you're copying your source files out to your HD docs project. We can talk about that some more a little bit. What you're going to submit to me here is the URL to your feedback pull request, along with the self-assessment using the rubric. So score yourself, tell me how you get your points using the rubric, and then the URL for the feedback pull request. We'll be all set for this one. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a little PHP site. We're going to have an index PHP page with text boxes for users to enter their gross income and total deductions. And we're going to calculate their taxes owed for federal income tax. So we're going to send that data to taxcalculations.php, and we'll calculate their federal income tax and display taxes owed at each bracket, the total taxes owed as a percentage of gross income, and taxes owed as a percentage of adjusted gross income. For adjusted gross income, we're slightly simplifying it here. It's not exactly how it works. It's essentially, though, your gross income minus your deductions. So things that are deductible, all sorts of things are deductible because our federal tax policy is crazy, but typically charitable donations, mortgage interest, those sorts of things. Some educational things are deductible or credits, and it gets a little silly. But this is what we're going to do. We'll take their gross income minus the deductions. We'll call that their adjusted gross income. If what they entered is less than the standard deduction, which is $12,400 for single or $24,800 for married couples, make sure you use the standard deduction for them, right? So they're going to get the larger deduction, whether or not it's their itemized deductions or the standard. And then you can use either the single or married brackets, whichever you prefer. This MoneyChimp site is awesome here for figuring out the brackets and the tax rates and that sort of thing here. So we're looking at the 2020 last year, and then if you want to do single brackets, great. If you want to do married brackets, great. I did the married brackets because those are the ones I'm more familiar with. And what happens here is when you pay federal income tax, you are taxed at the rate at which the income is earned. So everybody, no matter how much money you make, if you're married filing jointly, you pay 10% of your first $19,750. No matter if you made $10 or if you made $10 million. Everyone pays 10% on their first $19,750. Then you start paying 12% on money between this bracket and this number, and then 22% between here and here, and 24% between here and here, and on and on and on and on. Right? So you just because you make more than, if you made $1 million, you don't pay 37% of everything. You only pay 37% of the money above this number, because the money below that was taxed at a lower rate. That's what the progressive income tax is. Okay, so we're going to calculate the taxes owed for each bracket, total taxes owed as a percentage of gross income, and total taxes owed as percentage of gross income. So I have a little page here. Again, it doesn't have to be pretty. This is my 2020 federal income tax calculator for married brackets. Please don't actually use this. This is not for actually filing your taxes. And I'll say, hey, gross income, we'll say 100,000. We'll say total deductions is 10,000. Now you notice it doesn't give me the 10,000 because the standard deduction here is larger. So my adjusted gross income should be the 100,000 minus that. Looks about right. So I'm going to pay 10% of my first $19,750. Right? So at the 10% bracket, I owe $1,975. Then the next amount, right, my total here is only 75, does not get above this one here. So I'm paying 12% of the money above this here. Okay, and then I owe nothing at the higher brackets. So we'll go back, and then let's stick another 0 in here. We'll go up to $1 million, and then we'll see it populates all of the brackets here. So total taxes owed, $297,000 in total, not 37% of everything, right? Because it's only 37% of the money above $62,050. Okay, and then total taxes as percentage of gross income, 29%. Total taxes as a percentage of adjusted gross income, 30.5%. And these are all nicely rounded using some of that PHP rounding stuff, okay? You notice this is a GET request here, right? It's putting it in the query parameters. Typically, GET requests are things that are read-only, right? We're not submitting any data that was going to get saved anywhere. So this is fine for a GET request. Okay, so those two pages. For the rubric here, you get 1 point for the index PHP page with the form. We're going to send a GET request to tax calculator PHP. The tax calculator page, you get 2 points for getting the gross income and total deductions from the GET data. The tax calculator page correctly calculates and displays taxes owed for each bracket. You get 1 point per bracket here, so 7 points in total for calculating each bracket correctly. Okay, and then 3 points for calculating the total taxes as a percentage of gross income, and total taxes as a percentage of adjusted gross income. So it's 13 points. Came out a little funky, but that's okay. I liked how the math worked for this here. And so do a self-assessment when you turn this in. Make sure that it works for each bracket. Right? Make sure that you're getting the correct results. Right? That is important. So, sketch it out if you have to. Check yourself on paper if you need to. You might want to buddy up with your learning partner and see if you folks get the same results. That's probably a pretty good check there as well. So, if I put in one set of numbers and you put in the same set of numbers and we get different results, one of the two of us is wrong, right? Or maybe both, but at least one of you is wrong if you're getting different results. So work, talk to each other, figure out if you're getting the same numbers or not, and we can go from there. All right. Again, sorry I missed you. The power outage, that was all sorts of fun. So hopefully you got a chance to watch that last lecture's video, and that's on my YouTube channel. So it's YouTube. That's me. This was under previous courses. Go find that here. That should be fine. I emailed you all the links, so you should have that there. So I'll post this one in our lecture archive, and we can go from there. All right, folks, if you have any questions, please do reach out. I've got regular office hours Monday and Wednesday, 3 to 4:30 and 10 to 11 p.m. And otherwise, by appointment, suggest a couple times, and I'll see if I can't make one of those ones work for me. Okay? All right, folks, take care. I will see you around.